What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Jess and you're watching Keto Rewind. I apologize for the harsh lighting. I'm sitting in front of my window that my desk is at, and it is what it is. So this video, I'm going to show you how to calculate your macros. So I'm going to flip my camera around and give you a better understanding so you can see it as we talk about it. But the main thing is you're going to want to log every single day what you put in your mouth. And you got to be honest. It's part of learning what a true serving size is, what your body needs, what your body responds to or reacts to, and it's part of the process to relearn how to eat again. So, learning about your food, you're going to learn so much and it will make sense. So this is a hard concept to initially understand, but every day that you do it, you get faster, and then you're like logging stuff in like crazy and owning your food. So I highly recommend you track your macros for maximum weight loss, from weight maintenance, all of it. To sometimes our eyes are bigger than our stomach, so I highly suggest you track your macros, especially if you see the scale not budging. I always go back to the main thing where I will go ahead and track my macros for another week, and all of a sudden it's like, oh yep, I see I was having too much of this, or I was not eating enough, or it's so easy to troubleshoot once you see what you've been eating, and maybe you can avoid those foods, like dairy, for instance. Dairy adds up quick. Carbs add up quick. And by looking at your food diary, you'll be able to draw some guesses of what's going on, which would explain maybe a lack of weight loss or weight gain. So anyways, let's go ahead and show you how to calculate these pesky macros. Okay, so I like to use Carb Manager. I'm going to take you from you've already created an account that point forward. So I highly recommend using Carb Manager or MyFitnessPal, but my personal taste is Carb Manager. So this is obviously, we're at the point where we've already created the account and we're moving forward. So what are we going to do? How do you calculate those macros? So the first thing we're going to do is go down to settings. And we're going to select net carbs, but if you wanted to do total carbs, or you could do that kind of thing, but if you're a beginner, just do net carbs. You can always make it more complicated as you learn more. So we're going to track all the macros. We're going to do all. I have the I don't like it when it takes my exercise or deducts it, so I just turn that feature off. But if you want to add that on there, go right ahead. I just like it off. You can connect it with your Garmin watch. I have a Vivo Active 4. I started with a Vivo Active 3. I absolutely love my watch, and it really does help keep me moving. So once those are all set like that, switch over to my profile. This is where you want to be pretty accurate. It does matter, and it does adjust everything. So make sure you change your, like I had my starting weight, this was 309. I was 180. I haven't calculated it in a while, so I am now up to 190. So we've got to change that. You can either hit the plus button or type it in. Oop, 190. And then also, make sure if you are, and did you just work a simple desk job, go ahead and keep it at sedentary. If you are actually someone who religiously works out or has a very demanding job, then I would hit one of these other ones, but I just keep it very basic and leave it at that. So next we're going to go to macros up here at the top of the screen. I like to keep in a 20% calorie deficit. You could do up to 30, I think, at the most. I wouldn't recommend any higher than 30. And that gets me at about 1527 calories per day is my goal. And then here is pretty cool. There's a lot of different diets out there. You could do no carb, high protein, blah, 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 blah. So I'm just keeping it for this video's purposes. I'm going to just keep it at keto. I'm going to keep it at the keto numbers, but I normally, when I'm not doing I like to keep it sometimes at the high protein keto. It's just going to change these numbers. So right now we're just going to keep it standard keto to make it simple. So that means in my daily macronutrients, my goal is 19 net carbs a day, 95 grams of protein, and 119 grams of fat. Then you're going to hit apply macros, and let's see what it does. So that brings us over here. You will see 1527 is my calories goal for the day. My goal for protein, 95 grams. My limit, remember I used a limit. This is not a goal. This is I can have up to 119 grams of fat in a day. And then obviously 19 net carbs. So at this point, let's show you how to log a food, just for example. And I'll meet you back here. Okay, so let's learn how to log a recipe. So I'm starting with plain black coffee, and I'm gonna add 1 scoop of the unflavored collagen. So all I'm gonna do is put a scoop in there. And that's as simple as that. And then I like cream in my coffee. So an easy way to pour cream into your coffee, you can use a measuring spoon, like a level measuring spoon, or you can do it by volume. So I go get my scale, and I like to just use the volume method. It's a lot easier, less dishes to clean up. This is the scale that I use. I just put my coffee right on there, and I know I want 30 milliliters. So this zeroes out the weight that's already in there. And now all we're gonna do is take our heavy cream, and we're looking for 30 milliliters. And right now we're in pounds, so we gotta put that in grams. So we're looking for 30 milliliters, which is roughly 2 tablespoons. And go slow. I think actually it's 28. 26. There you go. So that is essentially 2 tablespoons. When I go to log my coffee, that's the 2 tablespoons. So that's an easy way to just measure it without having to use a tablespoon and have to, deal with all that. And then I take my little frothy thing here and mix it up. And that is how easy it is to measure out and know what you're putting in. So now let's take this info and log it into Carb Manager. Okay, so we know we had a scoop of collagen and 2 tablespoons or 30 milliliters of heavy cream in this recipe. So I'm gonna show you using my phone. Okay, so I'm gonna show you 2 different ways to log this in. One we're gonna scan and one we're gonna type in. You can scan both though. So just to make it easy, you're gonna wanna hit the plus sign up here in Carb Manager. And then you have the barcode, which says scan. And all you do is take a picture. See, it already got it before I could even turn it around. So right now, it's going to show you what's going to come up is going to show you the macros. And then you get to change how much you had. We put exactly 29 milliliters. So all you're going to do is hit add today. So now we have the unflavored collagen. So let's do the search feature. So all you're going to do is type in perfect keto unflavored collagen. So you got to double check the ones that come up, make sure they're legit. But I know this one is a branded one, and I had 1 scoop. So right now, if I had 2 scoops, I would have changed that. And then you're gonna hit add to today. I don't log the coffee because it's 5 calories and it's too much effort. So, and there's no carbs in black coffee. So it's only when you start adding stuff in it that it changes everything. So for today, I have had 29 milliliters of of heavy whipping cream and a scoop of unflavored collagen. And that was the macros for it. Hopefully this is focusing on it, but there's how you would log in your coffee. Right now for my breakfast, we have heavy whipping cream and unflavored collagen and coffee. Now I also have this in here stored because I make it all the time. I'll put it right here so you can see. I would create a recipe, which I've already done, and I'll show you. Okay, so if it's a recipe that you make all the time, I've created it and saved it in my phone. So all I have to do is search Keto Rewind coffee. Keto coffee with heavy whipping cream and unflavored collagen. So instead of scanning the barcode every time, I would just log this anywhere, and it's 1 serving, and I have that option as well. So you can use your own recipe. So if you have a recipe that you make all the time, store it, save it. This way you don't have to log it individually every time. So it pretty much shows you it's, you know, within, I did 29 exact ones. This one's listed as 30. So that's the difference between the numbers. But it goes to show you, you can either enter it individually or create a recipe, and it will automatically, this recipe consists of those two items. So it's just whatever makes sense, but it's just time saver. If it's a recipe you make all the time, go ahead and save it. So you don't have to log it in every single time. So anyways, we're gonna delete this one out because I always use my own recipe, and there you go. So there you have it. That is how you would log in a recipe. Alrighty, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this makes sense. I'm gonna also link down below more of the Keto 101 or keto type videos, beginner type keto videos in the description box below, and also the cards if you want to watch more videos on how to set up your macros or how to calculate your macros and that kind of thing. So I will see you at the next video.